Welcome to another edition of Patty and the Millennials. It's a podcast where I, the baby boomer, have fascinating conversation with millennial women, and they include blogger Shanine Speaks, Troy Barnes, representing Gen X, Lisa Collins. We've got producer Tamara Stewart, because sometimes she walks in sounding like Lauren Bacall. Don't ask me who Lauren Bacall is. You better Google it. You better Google it. Google it, Mina.
Yes.
Mina say what from the Rise and Grind morning show and Chocolate Divinity. LaToya Charleston. What would you do? I've been thinking, which T-Roy does. I was wondering, do you think that people who goof off at work really care about their jobs? We all know that person who is goofing off. They're taking off. They're playing 3-hour lunch. They go and get their nails done during the day. Do you think that they care about their job?
Clearly not.
Okay.
It's okay. Clearly not. Talk about it. Okay. No, I do see people that are never at their desk, that walk around to every other person's desk for hours at a time. You know, I don't. Chocolate Divinity.
Toya, you do your nails during work?
Don't let you do that. First of all, I might leave about a half hour early to get my nails done. But guess whose work is done?
Yeah.
Tis I.
Okay.
Ain't nobody calling no manager saying, "Hey, we waiting on this work." I mean, I'm just a firm believer. You have, especially when your job is miserable, you have to have fun. You have to find ways to have fun and just kind of stay happy. So I'm sorry if my laughing bother you. You might need to get some laughter in your life. I mean, it makes me laugh when I overhear other coworkers listening to our conversations, and it puts a smile on their face. But
do you think, Shanine, that people care about their job? Like, if you really care for your job and you love your job, there's certain things you won't do. But if you just don't give up.
Yeah. I've been in those situations. And like I said, it depends. That's why it's so important to at least be in a field that you know you have some kind of passion towards, because you wouldn't have to worry about that because it becomes second nature. If you're an artist and you're working at a gallery, you may have that wonderful laugh and that bubbly personality, but it's still some things you're going to try to protect. But if you're goofing off and you're taking 3-hour lunches, clearly they're like, you know what? F this. I'm sorry. I got better things going on at home. And you lucky I made it here half the time. I totally understand coming from, a single mom's point of view. Sometimes you have to grind it out and it's just not that fun. And sometimes you do get to a point where that person might be, you know what? I think this is my last week. So those 3-hour breaks, they're probably out there contemplating, do I give him my two weeks notice or do I just pack my bags? So no, I think it does send a message.
Lisa Collins, do you think that people are afraid of success?
I do. I think, that it's cool to be mediocre. If the expectation is not great, then people aren't expecting things from you. And when you are successful, then what do people expect? More success. So it's a challenge. And I think that people sometimes deliberately dumb it down because they don't want to take on the pressure of being successful and then having the expectation raised.
Mina.
What was the question?
People can get in your own way. Do you think that people are afraid of success?
Absolutely. I think people don't understand what it takes to be successful, and everybody wants to be successful, but no one knows what it takes to be successful. And I also think that once they get there, it's not what they pictured, right? So I don't think everybody is designed or built to be successful, because there's a lot that comes with success. There's a lot of sacrifice that comes with success, prioritizing, and people don't know how to do that. People want things easy. Just because you love something doesn't mean you're going to be successful at it. You got to put in the work. And you got to make the sacrifice, and you got to suck things up, and sometimes you got to take roads that people don't take to get to where you got to go, and everybody's not prepared to do it, which is why everybody isn't successful.
Troy, why is it so hard for men to forgive women if they cheat or when they cheat? Why do you think it's so hard?
It's a pride thing. Okay. It's a pride and an ego thing. They're like, how are you going to cheat on me? How are you not going to, want me? But if the tables are turned, oh my gosh, they are like flipping out, having a whole hissy fit, not understanding why, why are you, it's just, It's an ego thing. That's all I can say. Guys' ego and their pride is the worst thing to deal with, especially with a man who doesn't know how to keep it in check, because he will have a whole hissy fit if you cheat and if you betray him, or even if you walk out the door with a guy, and y'all going to lunch together, or anything. Guys, it's just their pride.
That kills me, because I was interested in a guy, and he claimed he was interested in me, and he approached me, and then I turn around and there's a girl sitting on his lap.
See?
And then I said, well, that cuts off all kinds of opportunities between us. And he was like, why? He was like appalled. And I'm like, if I was sitting on a guy's lap, would you be interested in me? No.
Exactly.
So why is it that you think you can do it and it's supposed to be okay? I'm supposed to be accepting and forgiving and okay. But if I were to do it, you wouldn't even talk to me.
It's the double standard.
Tam?
Patty? I forgot the question. That was my way to solve it.
Okay, why is it hard? Why is it
a harder thing for men to accept? I think, and we've all talked about this before, that women, when they cheat, supposedly it's more emotional. I haven't cheated on a guy, so I don't know, but they say it's more of an emotional connection. You haven't, there's something going on in your intimate relationship that you're not getting something from your man, so you need to get it from somebody else. So women get more attached, they say, to their other partner, their side dude, whatever, whereas men, they can just hit it, quit it, and not worry about it. So the reason why they say supposedly that men get more upset is because, like, you not only cheated on me, you kind of like messed up our home, like you removed that like womanly strong figure that I viewed you as, and kind of like just threw it out the window for somebody else. So I think that's why it hurts a little bit more.
That's their fault.
Why do they get to play that?
Exactly.
Like, see, this is what, and I will tell you this. I was accused of cheating. I did nothing, right? And my husband for years would bring it up and like make it an issue. And I'm like, dude, seriously. Like, I got to the point where I'm like, so what are you doing?
Yes.
What are you up to that you're coming at me with this? I don't think that it's fair to say women feel this way, men feel that way, so it means more when a woman does it. It's the same thing. Man, woman, cheating, it hits the core of the relationship, the trust factor, and that's the problem. I just think men, their ego makes it tougher for them to get over the idea of it.
Chris Rock had a really funny joke, and he said that women already know who's going to get the goods, who's getting the cookies. Like, women know. Women have decided you are getting broke off. Shanine? Shanine?
I do believe that's true. You know, sometimes we'll even plan, because even though we know our weaknesses, and we'll be like, you know what, let me put on these granny underwear so I know that there's no barriers at all. Let me make sure. I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna just go ahead and get waxed this week, because I know if I do, I'm all prepared, and I don't want none of my defenses to be going down. So yeah, we do kind of look at you and we go, he can get it tonight.
That's true.
That's true. That first 5 minutes of meeting, we already know what's happening. It's just a matter of how you play your cards.
When and where.
Now, don't say nothing to mess it up, because women, we are verbal thinkers. Like, it's all that mouthpiece. You ever hear that guy? It's like, damn, he a damn dog and this and that. But that mouthpiece is crazy. He got that smooth talk. So we know in that first 5 minutes, you gonna get yourself some. And then also to take it back to the really quick for the men, why they can't get over it. From my experience, men tend to put women on pedestals. It's like when they decide that you're his woman, there has been nothing before him. Like, you weren't surviving before he came along. You weren't paying any bills. You didn't go to school. You didn't have an education. There was no one before you. So it's true. So when it happens and you decide to step out, it's a bruise to his ego, and he just can't. What do you mean? Well, it's going to be the end? Like, how are you going to live without me? What? I mean, are you just going to die after this relationship? They're crazy.
Okay, people that are doing the most on social media, we swinging back to you because you brought this up. Troy, you know somebody, and they are just doing the most, too much on social media, from oversharing. You know, now I always get on people about the drunk posts, because workers and jobs, they look at your social media. Do you confront that person, be it a family member or a friend?
No, I put you in my group chat. You get a screenshot, you get put in my group chat, and we discuss it in length about what is wrong with this picture. Why are you out here wilding? I'm not the type of person to correct it. Everybody that I follow on social media is grown. So if you want to go ahead and show your ass, that's on you. But for me, I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to keep on following you because I want to see the buffoonery, because my group chat's going to be lit.
Well, I had a family member get mad at me, and I'm going to swing it to you, Toya. I had a family member get mad at me, and they unfriended me, and then they unfriended another family member when I told them.
Yeah.
So what do you do? Because you brought this up one time.
Oh, yeah. It's funny because it's family more than anyone. Like, if I see a close family member and you're out there nutting yourself, I'm sorry. I'm going to vocalize it, and I'm going to vocalize it on a platform that you chose to tell your business on. Don't be mad at me because I addressed it on social media. You put it out there, so this is our business. This is no longer your business. So, yeah, she still ain't talking to me right now, but she'll get over it. I'll see her at the barbecue. Hey, girl.
My family, well, all my family isn't doing it. But listen, I am a fan of the delete and the mute. If you are on my nerves, you will get deleted, unfollowed, and you will get muted real quick. I got no time to be scrolling down at every post. It's you putting up subliminals or doing too much. I don't like that. I be on social media, but I don't be on social media. Like, I go on and post, and then I'll get off because social media will suck you up. But yeah, people do too much. I will gladly mute your ass or unfollow you because I don't got time for no BS in my life.
Lise, this question is for you. Why do you think that most people don't take care of themselves? Before Dick Gregory died, he made a very profound statement that we're worried about statues. We're worried about this. But are we worried about what's going into our minds, our bodies, our lack of water, not taking care of ourselves? Why do you think most people, do you think it's because we think we're going to live forever? Because I know that's how I thought before I did stroke. And then I had to get it together.
I think that's very true. I think that what we do is we get caught up in the minutia of things around us. So it may be family, maybe friends, our kids, whatever, our job. So many of us put so much into the job. And somebody put a meme up last week on social media. It said, if you knew how quickly they would replace you if you died, you would think twice about the amount of time that you spend at work. And I think that's true. We need to give time to ourselves. I think we feel like it's selfish, to give time to ourselves. And we have to get out of that mindset and understand that you have to love yourself. You don't have anything for anybody else if you're not loving yourself. And we have to just recalibrate our minds and think more about how we're taking care of ourselves.
I also think it's cultural. Like, I think that we're not taught to take care of our bodies, to eat right, to exercise. We're taught you got to work 2-3 jobs just to make ends meet. We see our mothers and our fathers overworking themselves just to pay the bills. I think it's a cultural thing because when you talk to other people, they make it a priority to make sure that they work out every day because that's how they've been taught. They make it a priority to make sure that they're eating their greens every day. I can't tell you the last time I ate a green. Like, I gotta force myself to eat healthy. It has to be conscious because I just was not raised that way. Rice and beans, my bean was my fiber. Rice, beans, and some chicken or whatever. Like, I just think it's cultural too.
Tam?
I was telling Toya this the other day. I watched Eat, Pray, Love, and I don't know if anybody watched the movie, but she travels from country to country. But when she was in Italy, the Italians were telling her, you Americans, you guys work so hard, you drain yourself out, you burn yourself out, you ask your boss if you can have a day off, praising that they give it to you. But in Italy, like, we can do what we want. If we want to leave, go home, sleep with our wife in the middle of the day, and then come back to work, we know that we deserve it. And I do think, like Mina said, it's something culturally, like, we've been taught your face.
I wish I could go home and get some in the middle of the day. They would keep me from popping off on people sometimes.
I think culturally that we've been taught to just work so hard and just spend so much time dedicating to making other people happy that we're not doing the things that we want to do for ourselves that will give us that relief.
Janine?
Yeah, also, aside from being a cultural thing, it's also an environmental thing as well. A lot of it is by design. And it's unfortunate, especially in urban areas, which is why it has to start at home. Like as parents, you have to force that into your children growing up saying, this is what our environment entails, but you have to take that priority. You have to spend that $50 on those greens as opposed to going to go get some noodles at the store, because you have to know how to take care of your body to start there first. Even in our environments, healthcare. The women in Europe, they get a year off for maternity leaves. Mothers here, it takes about a year for your bodies to actually get back into recharge into its normal state. And here we get 6 weeks? We're forced into that dilemma. We're forced into those positions. And it's a lot harder because when you have children and you have family, then you have to take care of your living. You're forced to decide whether it's you or whether it's taking care of the home. So you just got to kind of be aware, know what's around you, know what's designed, and break those barriers.
Quick final note.
Final note. Yeah. So you got to put yourself first. So when I got to leave the office at 4:30 to get my nails done,
I know that's right.
You got to put yourself first. And we're gonna wrap it up.
I will go with you when you leave.
No, I just want to take off in the middle of the day to
go have sex.
Go get some.
Go have sex.
So go put your leg up, Patty, because you can put your leg up now.
Leg up season.
Ladies, thank you for the great conversation. This is Patty and the Millennials, the podcast that you can find right here at WDASFM.com.